Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Saeed Ali Madad Azmi. Welcome to my channel. In this lecture, we will learn how we can evaluate triple iterated integrals. For this purpose, we will learn exercise 15.5, question number 15 from Thomas Calculus 12th edition book. Before start solving this particular question, we need to know some basic terminologies about triple integrals. In triple integrals, three variables are involved. This variable dz, whose limits are 0 to 2 minus x minus y, is called inner variable. The variable in the center, the variable y in the center, whose limits are 0 to 2 minus x, is called central variable. And the third variable here is x, whose limits are 0 to 2, is called outer variable. In triple integrals, we will always perform integration with respect to most inner variable, and then on the outcomes of integration of most inner variable, we will apply central variable, and then after completing the process of integration with respect to central variable, we will apply the process of integration with respect to outer variable. What it means, we always move from inner variable towards outer variable in the process of integration in triple integrals. Moreover, the limits of inner and central variable may be constant, may be variable, but the limits of outer variable are always constant. So the integration of dz, we will start with the integration of z. The integration of dz is simply z for the limit 0 to 2 minus x minus y. In the next step, we have applied fundamental theorem of calculus, upper limit minus lower limit. So after simplification, we have 2 minus x minus y. So up till now, we have completed the process of integration with respect to inner variable z. In the next step, we will perform integration with respect to y. Please note that in multivariable calculus, whenever you are working with respect to one variable, either you are performing integration or derivation. Other variables always behave like constant. Means if you are integrating or differentiating with respect to y, other available variables other than y will behave like constant. So in this term, 2 minus x minus y, 2 minus x is constant with respect to y. So integrating this, before integrating this factor, we will revise a basic example of single variable calculus. If we have to integrate 3x plus 5 with respect to x, then how we will treat it? Here we have two types of constant. 3 is being multiplied with the variable and 5 is being added in the variable term. So how we will operate it? How we will perform the integration? 3 remain as it is, and we have applied the process of integration on the variable x, whose integration is x squared over 2, and the integration of 5 is 5x plus c is the constant of integration. So the dealing of constant is different with respect to their role in the integrand. If constant is being multiplied, it remains as it is. If constant is being added or subtracted, you will write down the variable with respect to which you are performing the integration. So in the next step, 2 minus x minus y dy, we will perform the integration. So the integration of 2 is 2y, just like this 5. Integration of minus x is minus xy, just like this 5. And integration of minus y is y squared over 2, just like this x. After this, we will apply fundamental theorem of calculus, upper limit minus lower limit. For upper limit, we will replace y with 2 minus x, and for lower limit, we will replace y with 0. So after simplification, we have in the second brackets, all the terms become 0, and in the first two terms, we can take 2 minus x common. So we have 2, after taking 2 minus x common, we have 2 minus x into 2 minus x minus 2 minus x whole square over 2. So 2 minus x into 2 minus x will be 2 minus x whole square. So making the simplification, we have 1 minus 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2, and 1 by 2 is constant. We can take it outside. So we are left with integral limit from 0 to 2 minus x whole square dx. Now, in the next step, we will perform the integration with the help of this formula. And what is this formula? If there is a function who has some power and the derivative of function is available as a multiplier, then in the process of integration, we will perform integration as f of x raised to power n plus 1 over n plus 1 plus c. Means we will add 1 in the power of the function and then divide it. So if we compare the given function 2 minus x square with this formula, we can see that the derivative of 2 minus x is minus 1 with respect to x. So in order to develop its derivative as a multiplier, we will multiply with minus 1 and divide with minus 1 so that we can have the derivative of term inside the power as a multiplier. So after this, we can apply this formula over here. So the integration of 2 minus x whole power 2 is 2 minus x raised to power 2 plus 1 over 2 plus 1. In the next step, we will perform the simplification. And then I have applied the limits with the help of fundamental theorem of calculus, upper limit minus lower limit. So for upper limit, I have replaced x with 2, and for lower limit, I have replaced x with 0. Then 2 minus 2 is 0, and 2 minus 0 cube is 2 cube. So in the end, we get our result as 4 by 3. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellows. Allah Hafiz.